We have a you put a satchel on a Kubel? What'd that Kubel do to you? Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17 here, bringing you another COH2 replay. This is a 2v2 on some type of crossing no, rails and metal. That's right, rails and metal. We got ourselves Hiwo Fu and Uwu, which I'm assuming is a blasphemous creation of Ace, or people like Ace. So immediately I want this to die. Megumimi, which sounds like the person from Team 4-Star who voices a lot of the female characters. Megami also is a good singer. Anyway, Darth Plebius, which sounds like an unfortunate knockoff of Darth Plagueis, and Willow, which assuming is a creation from the movie. All right, we got some good ranks, so mostly. So hopefully this turns into a good game, but we shall see. We got again Soviet, American, Wehrmacht, and OKW. Already we got commanders being placed, and one of them actually has a direct effect over what he chooses. We got ourselves a military truck on the front. Again, no one in it, no upgrades, so don't expect it to do anything. But it is taking territory slowly but surely, so it does have practical use on the battlefield. Meanwhile, riflemen are pushing on in. You can possibly get inside and open fire from it, or you can just move up and have it continue to cap. We do have an MG over in this sector, but with that, oh my god, he did capture territory. Make sure you grab it. He can kind of maneuver and get around this MG, which is being placed. Don't get me wrong, he'll probably get a burst shot off or two, but if this guy moves correctly, he can maneuver around the MG42, which also looks like he has double grenadiers, so the military truck will have to be very cautious. These guys do have Panzerfaust that can easily stop it in its tracks. He realizes that, immediately pulls back. Let's see, an additional ammunition upgrade could be good for the MG on it, but unfortunately, let me, how do I put this? You're not going to have it like a scout car instantly off the field and just rushing by. That's not going to happen. It's going to take some time for it to get upgraded. Anyway, Wend, I guess we'll have to say Wend, or Uwu. Uwu, I think that's how you say it. Oh god, Ace, where's Ace when you need him? So anyway, Uwu went with an armored assault, so expect a lot of armor and a good strike. Plus, he can detect what the enemy deploys, so he knows if the enemy's going to go with a Panzer IV or Panther based on that decision. Why you weren't protecting that, I don't know. But nice flanking maneuver by the rifleman. A bit of a bluff, because I think you could have survived being there. But he pulls back, so that's going to allow the American forces to capture this area. Quick repairs, I'm assuming, going to go off, or maybe he just ditches it to get the men. Whatever the case may be, additional pioneers and grenadiers moving on in with riflemen taking over this point. Military trucking the hell out of there, and additional rifleman forces capturing the area with rear echelons providing support fire from the building. And not a bad idea. They're basically not amazing in defense, so putting them in the best cover possible, it helps you out quite a bit. Meanwhile, we have the Soviet forces over here fighting the OKW, which we haven't really gone over. The Soviet looks like he's gone mostly with penals, so very, very, probably the best infantry the Soviets can deploy for frontline basis in the game without some call-in like guards or airborne or something like that. Meanwhile, the OKW has deployed a ton of Volk squads. No commanders have been chosen yet, but I'm assuming that, and I would just base this off normal playstyle, since the Germans know what the Allies are going, for the most part. On this, with the Soviets, you can't. But with the American, absolutely, they can kind of plan around it. There's only one American doctrine with that military truck, so I'm going to make the assumption he knows about this and knows, okay, he's got a different type of Sherman, he got some cavalry riflemen he can deploy, which are nasty to fight with because of their satchels. Especially, again, you throw it on an armored vehicle, it's not going anywhere anytime soon. So what do you do? Well, I don't think charging down a hill with grenadiers is such a good idea. The MG will at least suppress the infantry, don't get me wrong. But you need something to hit this thing from a little bit longer range. Now, Darth has upgraded to tier 2, so that could deploy him a pack gun, perfect, or a scout car, also pretty good. Panzerfaust being fired, oh shit, okay, should have been better on the micro, I didn't expect that, but Mega Meme Definitely got hit, and unfortunately there goes the military truck. He's getting a new one though, and in case anyone's wondering why would you get it, it has a call-in ability for artillery, which is really damn good. So even though this doctrine doesn't have an artillery ability directly, through just a side option like the IR Pathfinders, you can get that heavy artillery strike, which is why it's so good to have. Again, for reference, in case anyone doesn't believe me, active platoon command post is needed, but it's a 155mm artillery strike. Not too shabby. Meanwhile, we got a captain on the field, so for reference, captains on the field means AT gun, howitzer, and half-track are in that tier, and right now you get the AT gun natively. So this could be good for stopping a scout car or half-track in this case, which is exactly what Darth Plebius is making, and keep that sucker back. Meanwhile, the Soviets are doing quite well. The building's on fire, but I don't think the Soviets really mind that. And I think it's just native, not really anything out there. They're holding onto the building. Penal troops are holding the wall. We have some penals taking mid. And overall, doing pretty well across the board. We do have some med supplies going down to try to heal infantry. We do have a decent amount of Volk squads that are now kind of assisting on the right. Maybe they're trying to push the American out, because the Americans at least contesting to holding this position. The Soviets are pretty much locked down left, but they don't have AT yet. They don't have APTRS rifles. So right now a Panzer II is a good option. Kubel support's very good. And in this case, we also have a half-track going in somewhere. Yep, being equipped with flamethrowers. Now, the flamethrower is also very good against infantry out in the open, way far from their base. So Uwu is about to get Uwu'd in the face by some nasty flames. And if he retreats, after a long stint of fighting in that region, and the scout, he threw satchels. Will it actually cripple? Oh no, well, I was like, maybe it's close. But if he keeps fighting in that area without really just any, like, notion of retreating, then when he finally does retreat, he can be chased down by this half-track, which I think is exactly what he's doing. He's turning around. He might give chase. Oh, I would have given chase, because you want to kill these guys. Satchels being thrown. Looks like it is enough. Good use of saving up resources. Unfortunately, though, Panzer II was deployed right before it was destroyed. So while these Volk squads seem to be killing these penals on their retreat, as one of them died, it is also a black mark on Willow, as he is unable to get any more Stuka. Again, he's not going to play a Puma or a Panzer II. He'll have to get another half-track. Meanwhile, the military truck is just annoying Darth Plebius and just constantly being like, hey, surprise, pulling back. Hey, surprise, going back. Darth Plebius is saying so much cheese, but you literally left your entire front open for penal troops to just walk on in, rather than having an MG or something to stop them. Just saying. And I believe you did have an MG, but it was definitely not properly placed. If you had it guarded by infantry, you could have suppressed it and then allowed additional forces to kind of come in while the infantry is being suppressed, or assist to try to hold back those penals and make sure the satchels didn't go off. Anyway, right now we got a ton of riflemen, cavalry riflemen, and the captain included. If he gets close with this thing, looks like he's trying to get around. He could get in the building. I think there's a door out the other side, but it's blocked right now. Okay. Well, if he gets close enough, he can throw this. Unfortunately, he doesn't have the munitions right now, so he has to wait like another few seconds. Panzer II is just busy killing the riflemen, but now he's going to pay for it. He's gotten close. Now is the time. Now is the time. I don't know why you took so long to throw it, but now get the hell out of there. It's not going to kill it, but it's definitely going to cripple it and bring it down to a third of its health. A lot of Americans, though, died trying to throw that satchel. Meanwhile, we do have Darth Plebius coming on in to take over this right sector. Allies doing very well in terms of fuel when they had both, but now the Germans not only have the fuel on the left, but also are now contesting and probably will take the fuel on the right. MG being upgraded to up the Vet 1, so activate armed person rounds could quickly kill this. Love the fact there's a bazooka team in there. It can literally hold back that half-track, and even the scout car, if it can get a full volley off. Unfortunately, though, it does have to get close enough to where you have to get close enough the scout car doesn't just unload at you before you're getting to, from a distance. You have to, like, sneak up on it. Kind of like the scout car with PTRS rifles. It's great versus a scout car when you can just how do I say this? When you don't have to worry about range or anything. Now it looks like he tried to direct fire or something like that at that target, and it didn't necessarily hit any shots. So you also have to get close enough that your range is pretty good or your accuracy. We have a you put a satchel on a Kubel. What did that Kubel do to you? Anyway, Panzer II making his way back over to the left, most likely for Sturms to finally get some heals and heal the Panzer II. Meanwhile, MG's going down for Kenworth on standby. Let's see. We got Uwu going with a tier 3, so we could see some light armor. I don't think that's necessary in this case. Hold on. Does Willow... I mean, okay, so Willow has a medical here. That's going to reinforce him there. Maybe an Su-76 would be good because it can counteract the Panzer II and provide artillery to kind of break up static defenses and other things in this sector. Meanwhile, on the right, we have a lot of half-tracks. Well, okay, scout car and a half-track or light vehicles. Nice job with the Jeep. 5 kills with the veteran C2. Also a T-gun moving on up. A lot of vetted troops. Even though lightly vetted, still, it does help. Cavalry trying to get around. But alas, some mines are probably going to kill him. Oh, run, man, run! Nice AT gun blocks the scout car from getting that final kill. And, yeah, he's going to retreat. Ooh, that could have been bad. Meanwhile, a military truck coming along the right-hand flank. AT gun firing, but kind of missing the point. Yeah, MG almost... No, MG murdered him. Hot damn. AT gun's opening fire now. The flames just burned that captain, and that was a waste of an attack. Maybe pathfinding played a little bit more of an issue because it was kind of like trying to get through here. But, yeah, MG killed it, and the half-track as well. So, the Americans will take it, but not before taking some substantial losses, I would say. Losing 2 units, I would say is pretty substantial, even if people disregard the military truck as something that has no potential. But, anyway. On the left, we have Panzer II holding off some light troops. It looks like we have some mines as well that were placed by the Soviets in case they did charge. Volk squads are opening fire, but might be better off in some, well, trench positions rather than out in the middle of nowhere with no cover. Penals and Engineer coming on in. I love the Minesweeper as well, just in case. We have the Penals with PTRS rifles opening fire on the Panzer II. As you can see, slowly tearing it apart. Really good job trying to get close in for a satchel. I don't think it's going to happen. And not enough to even get a second volley off either. Panzer II just keeping his distance, although now it's in range. If he directs fire, he's going to bring down the health. Very, very low. Needs to pull back. Same thing with the Penals. Very low on health with those Engineers. We do have some Penals in the back opening fire from a distance. Flamethrower team by the Engineer is doing quite a bit of health damage, and the Penals are putting out those additional models. Again, we're down to 3 models on that one. 4 on this with very, very low health. We have a very, very forward Panzer headquarters. That is very far forward in my opinion, because again, if the enemy has artillery, that's a huge red flag and target. Incendiary going off to try to push the Penals back, and they will succeed. Penals will have to retreat, and the Soviets, while they did manage to temporarily hold this position, I think the Volk squads will quickly heal up and take it back. Meanwhile, on the right, we have a flame half-track burning them at cover. Bazooka team moving on in, but there's still those mines there. Some of them could be left. Great shot, though, Bazookas definitely bringing the half-track down, though Scout Car could redeploy to help out against the infantry rather shortly. Grenadiers opening fire on the cavalry, which is suppressed because of the MG in the back, and because of the continued fire will continue suppression. Scout Car coming on in, pushing back the American forces, and the Germans should be able to hold this territory, though we do have a cache back here, and actually quite a few caches provided by the Soviets and American forces alike. T-34 might be the first medium tank of the game, with also a Sherman following close behind. So we have a lot of armor being deployed by the Allies. Now the Axis, if you recall, had issues with the fuel, which is why they may not have enough for fuel right now. But I will say, hold on, Willow has got himself an upgrade Panzer headquarters, so he's at least like 4 minutes away, I would say, from medium armor, roughly, if he wants to go for it. Still no doctrines. Very interesting that they haven't picked doctrines yet. I don't know if they're working together. I'm always unsure with these teams if these two players are acting cooperatively or not. I didn't read that in the description, and maybe I missed it, which is entirely possible. But what I will say is the fact that both the Allies picked it immediately makes me believe through maybe oh, what's the term I'm looking for? It's literally saying that there's a... Oh, God. Circumstantial evidence that these two maybe are working together, or kind of forming up to have a good team dynamic. Anyway, a large push coming on in. These guys are holding the line, though. Panzer II just opening fire. Lots of suppression going in right now. This is very bad for a charge. T-34 is definitely trying to help, but that Verkehrwerfer is going to push it back. Incendiary is going to burn him out as well, and Germans hold the position with few casualties. So very good job there. Meanwhile, on the right, Sherman's busting through. Half-track is already down. Sherman also upgraded with the Dozer blades, so that's going to provide additional support. There is some Teller mines down, so good job with the Wehrmacht trying to prep against an armor push. But unfortunately, he didn't, unless I'm missing something, he didn't have his pack gun over here, unless it got repositioned. So yeah, a bit off to not have AT present. Panzer IV trying to help his bazooka team, hitting him on its side. Again, with the, oh my god, the bulldozer blocks the shot. Or the bulldozer front blades. I don't mind this one because you still get some good speed with the Sherman, and you can run over troops with its blades. You can literally just push them to the side. It's pretty nice. Nice shot. Knocks out the main gun. Satchel's deployed, and I think that Panzer IV is done. It is, and is destroyed. Cavalry riflemen chasing after the pack, trying to get the kill on it. Panzer II coming in to save the day. So, how is it broken? How is it broken exactly? Anyway, still giving chase. Cavalry really trying to go in for that satchel. Panzer II does like, nah, I'm just gonna keep backing up, just backing up while shooting you, backing up. We do finally have a doctrine on the German side by Willow. Darth, by the way, I think it would have been better if you had your pack gun on standby with some grenadiers. You easily could have done the same thing, pinned the armor, hit it with some packs, pushed it back, no problem. I just think that they advanced quite rapidly with a lot of men, and without pack support, you couldn't stop the armor. Darth Plebius has deployed a very, like, support-focused doctrine with German mechanized. The reason I say that is I know it's a mechanized unit, but the only thing I would say about that is just the grenadier group. Overall, this has some good artillery, great recon by the pass and the smoke, as well as providing defensive bonus, plus the scope on the oh wow, okay, that died from assuming the Verkehrwerfer. Yeah, so it just took the shots. Again, Katusha opening fire, getting a great hit on the Panzer II. Sherman, though, coming in to blast the Verkehrwerfer, though a second one's on standby. This is the part where you Panzerfaust, also Bazooka team from Panzerschreck team from the Panzer Fusilier squad. And yeah, you might want to pull back that Volk squad. A lot of men are dying right now because that's his retreat point. Oh wait, no, it's not his retreat point. He just is not retreating them and just walking them back so the penals open fire. Okay, Panzer headquarters, though, finally is able to provide some support and suppress some of those penals. Though, we could see some satchels being thrown on the medical. I don't think that's going to kill it, though. Panzer headquarters might kill that. It's going to be very close. Looks like they will survive. Same thing with the medical base. Pathetic? Really? He did kill a good chunk of your men. Like, let me be very clear right now. Willow, your army just got shredded in half from that assault. You lost an MG and Verkehrwerfer. True, you could recruit it, but you did lose it. Meanwhile, the penal forces did lose a little bit, did lose a T-34, so honestly, yeah, it was kind of a big loss on both sides. I have some vinegar with that salt. Oh, boy. Oh, wow. Oh, we have a learn to play. Oh, this. Oh, no. Okay, here's a fun fact for you. Unless you're truly dominating, and even then, I wouldn't recommend saying those words, because every fucking time I see someone say, GG, get better, noob. Dude, I'm lagging 1 second behind and I wiped the floor with you for 10 minutes straight. Sorry. Oh, get wrecked. I'm sorry you are salty, but that's that. Alright, so apparently it says how Willow says see the score. You do know that, yes, the victory points is something to take note of. But that doesn't mean you're winning per se. Because you could be having 3 victory points and not having a large army. Willow currently is in that mindset where technically the Allies have a bigger army and more reserves, though This is a big butt on that statement. Willow's about to deploy a Tiger. And I don't believe Uwu has something to fight that. You just get lucky with the satchel. Luckily, this Sherman is just wiping the floor with Darth Plagueis. I don't know what Darth Plagueis is up to, but he needs additional AT. I love how he backed up the pack. It's like, why are you backing up your Grenadiers with the pack? Get over there and help. Oh my god, these explosive rounds. When people say, oh, Greyshot, get the bulldozer. It's like, no, upgrade the Sherman with dozer blades and have the explosive rounds just do work. Up on the hill, Panzerfaust are fired, yet the Sherman continues to wreck against the infantry. The Americans will push up the hill. Oh, grenade being thrown will get the kill? It does! And Darth Plagueis gets wrecked. And that's why you don't say, oh, man, guys, I mean, you're just being wrecked. Wait. Oh, wait. This is so Can you English? English! Anyway, Penal troops coming in to help his ally because he realizes, oh shit, the right side can be easily knocked out. And with that, maybe we can continue winning the game. Meanwhile, middle was taken by the Soviets, and now the right's being taken by the Allies. We have a Tiger being rapidly moved over to assist. But that being said, I do not believe that they will. Oh my god! Yes, man, let's get close to the fucking Soviets with the freaking satchel. Satchels for days, guys. Satchels for fucking days. Tiger is out of commission because they can't move, and I don't think they want to fight, or at least they hope they don't want to fight a lot of Allied AT. What's funny is they actually are like, there's only one American AT gun, and Uwu only has one penal force with AT, so honestly, it's nothing. If he could have just stayed back and killed it, the Soviets would have no AT. But because he freaking charged like a badass, rolling in guns blazing, he gets low too close for comfort and gets neutralized. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are going to fight someone with penals or cavalry riflemen, keep your distance. This Sherman, by the way, has 19 kills. By God. You know what? With this military strike and everything, for the most part, I'm like, this guy's pretty good with the armor. That was a good choice. Darth Plagueis, okay, you have a scout vehicle with recon. Great. You also now have a Stuganoswin, now help against infantry and armor. Not amazing as, let's say, some other stuff you could have deployed or picked, but you know, it is a good spread. Meanwhile, we have a Panzer II going in deep against the Katusha. Katusha, though, backing on up. He's on hold fire. I'm assuming he's just trying to find it, but I think something ticked off the Soviets or allowed him to realize what was going on because he pulled back at a good time. Either that or it was just damn lucky. Anyway, good job with the AT pushing back the Oswin. Again, there is a pack gun, but the Sherman's just going to keep rolling on up. Where's your Grenadiers? They're back at base. Why would you engage without Grenadiers backing you up? Stuke's going to hold off at Jackson. And actually managed to do... Oh, wait, nope. Jackson gets final shot. Like, where's this fucking Tiger? Tiger could come in, help knock this out. Great shot, by the way. Knocking that sucker off. But in any case, we have a grenade going off. Doesn't do all that much. Sherman's now being hit by the pack. Thank God it's actually doing something now. Smoke should probably be dropped to help survivability. Does fire explosive shot, but does miss. It's probably going to die from a pack round unless it bounces. A little late on the smoke, but looks like it was fine. Willow's saying noob. Did he kill the Katusha? Oh, he did. He went back to the base and killed the Katusha. But in the meantime, the Soviets cut off the territory. Wow. Look at my rank. I can at least tell you playtime. This guy is definitely... it has less experience than this guy. But also, Uwu currently has 600 manpower. That's a little bit excessive. I think you should start getting support equipment, maybe some engineers, place some mines around this area, put cash down. You don't have to waste all of it, but like there are some things you can definitely help with. Tiger realizing backing up is the way to go. Although hitting the mine on the way out, not helpful for the Panzer II, but it is still barely alive and up to Vet 3. Meanwhile, American forces are continuing to put pressure. Should probably kill the Stuke with... One of them has a bazooka, I believe. Or no, they're firing AT grenades, right. Meanwhile, a scout car backing on up, trying to provide support. Tiger as well giving chase, but the hillside blocks the round. Jackson is, again, no more. The only armor he has is a Sherman. Oh, goddamn. A scout car needs to get the hell out of there. Is he? Nope. He's not in range. Tiger getting a nice shot on the retreating infantry. Might give chase, but IS-2 is going to... Oh, yes. Between the retreating Americans, the age-old rivalry begins. God, can I just start playing old rivals right now? That would be amazing. Oh, anyway, we have a grand battle. Tiger fighting the IS-2, and they're giving it their all. Right now, both have done a penetrating shot. 2 shots on the IS-2, but Tiger is actually in more of an issue. Backing on up, fires another shot at the rear echelon saying, no, get out of this fight. Meanwhile, we have Grenadiers coming in, and Pen's Grenadiers. IS-2 fires a shot, though misses. Tiger shot did not. Although the Sherman's coming in to support. Scout car up on the hill with a pack, pushing that sucker back. IS-2 deciding to fight his rival once again. Oh, wait, maybe no. Backing on up, fires a shot, hits the Grenadier squad, bringing them down to 2 models. Tiger coming back into the fight, decides, nope, backing on up. I think there was like I could be wrong on this, but I remember a Battle of Kursk animation by Kings and Generals channel. Highly recommended for historical battles and historical depth on, depth on historical events. Sad life is given to joy. What? Okay, maybe he's trying to lighten the day. Germans are winning though. They need to hold on to the victory point. You need some tutorials. Wait, Willow, you're saying this, and to be fair, you have a decent-sized army, but right now, they're kicking your allies' ass, and you're not being incredibly as supportive as possibly you could. Oh, wow, man, these guys are going at it. All right, I'm sitting back, relaxing, enjoying the show. Oh, wait, Tiger's coming back in. Excuse me. The guy from that lives in his mother's basement is actually a really good anime review channel, so I'm just saying. Or discussion. IS-2, though, was hit by the pack, brought down. Sherman coming in to help. Vet 3, Stug backing them on up. IS-2 backing up as well. Oh, Sherman's penetrating that front armor, though. Rifleman could go back for an AT grenade. Sherman kills the Tiger head on. Fuck Fury. Who needs to go behind? Meanwhile, Stug giving chase. Doesn't pen. Sherman coming in the back. IS-2 fires another round. Misses. Sherman, fire again, kills the Stug, and the MVP is the fucking Sherman with the shark teeth on its front. Holy crap. Jagdpanzer coming on in, furious at the losses of his allies, and trying to get that final kill. He says this game is utter trash. What a joke. Oh my god. You know, if you stopped moving and you had a spawning scope, you would be fine. Panzer II is engaging something. Oh, some infantry in mid. Again, the Soviets are continuing their assault in mid, try to hold that. We have a Sturmovik strike coming on in to hold back the infantry and actually hurt some of the armor a little bit. Not amazingly well, but combine that with the PTRS rifles, it's definitely going to push it back. Meanwhile, oh my god! Jagdpanzer gets knocked out as well by a Jackson and some bazooka team as well. IS-2 is back up to full health. Sherman's back up to full health. And the Allies have made this game, a lot more interesting with 3 big KOs for the Germans in a row. Again, right now as well, the Soviets are holding on to mid. The Sturmovik strike definitely definitely helped. I think additional mines in this sector would be good, or maybe an MG. Right now, Willow does not have enough for additional armor, although I'll give credit to the Panzer II with the being Vet 4. Doing a really damn good job at pushing back the penals, though, once again, territory is still lost for the time being. Darth Plebius is also, I have not seen any smoke that possibly called in. I have not seen artillery or command panther or anything. All the gear and no idea, LOL. I'm very confused by that statement. Sherman just wrecking shit, and so are the Soviets. Oh, wow, they're still going at it. Smoke going down on the point to maybe allow some allies to come on in. Look at your, wait, again, English! Look at your score. I know, I'm a hypocrite for saying that because I fuck up English a lot of the time. But I at least admit when I'm wrong. And when again, for those who don't know, go back to my first replays when I called a Kubwagen a Kerbal wagon because I didn't know how to say German units or stuff like that. But in any case, IS-2 coming on in, pushing back the MG. But yeah, this guy's just like, he can't keep his shit alive, and he doesn't support them. Like, he has the capability. I know the Italians are not in this game, but Darth Plebius feels like an Italian general, like just being like, yes, attack. And it's like, sir, we need supply, we need men. No, they're on another sector. You push forward and do well. Why aren't you doing well? Because we need those units. Meanwhile, Uwu is just going back and forth and has now built up an impressive army. 5 penal troops are now advancing. Hans Fusiliers cannot hold that. He actually find enough, Willow does not have a good frontline base. Oh my god, there goes another unit. He really doesn't have good frontline troops. MG trying to set up, but it's a little too low. Oh wait, no, there's another MG that'll stop them. This MG needs to stop the penals on the left. We have Rakendorf opening fire. Sternbig strike coming in though. And yeah, artillery and airstrikes are raining down on the position. They're trying to hold, but the artillery's murdering them. Planes flying overhead. Artillery's still raining down on their positions. And American forces have now come on over. Panzer II coming over to assist, I think. Up on the hill, the Germans still try to hold, but they don't have much luck to stop that great IS-2 from advancing. Though, we still have a German player who could come and assist. Panzer II is defeated, and Willow has lost his entire army holding that hill. Hot damn, Willow. Who is the better player? I don't know, but you could have retreated. Instead, you're just keeping your men there that die. Panther is being developed. We could also maybe see some, we have not seen, at least, unless I'm missing something, some mobile Soldaten. Panther is over on the right with a pack. Again, that's probably his best thing right now. Jackson, kind of just chilling over here. Maybe we could see, like, a big push or something from Darth Plebius to kind of push out this area. Oh, don't tell me! Oh, wait, no. Vehicle crew's over here. Thank God. I was going to say, don't tell me the Sherman died. He did not. 34 kills. He's fine. He's okay. Maybe get yourself a command tank, you know, for better command and also defensive capabilities. Meanwhile, again, tons of dead support units over here. IS-2 healing right on the front while they capture the VP point. Allies definitely turning the tide, but Germans could still launch a major counterattack. But again, if I'm talking about command structure, absolutely give it to the American player right now. Doing an exceptionally good job. Again, focusing on the pack while the Jackson focuses on the Panther. Again, another Sherman coming on in. They're cycling their units to try to help out with each other. One takes the damage and then moves on in. The other one's on standby. Maybe bring it on up too. Actually, I thought maybe he thought it was more damaged. But yeah, the explosive rounds, again, focused on the priority, the pack. That will allow the Jackson to move on in against the Panther while the Shermans annihilate the infantry. Again, just annihilating those forces, though nice Panzerfaust does hold, knock out the Sherman's engine. Vet 3-1 pulling on back. The biggest issue is that Panther right now. Pack gun could be recrewed. A smoke going down to help the infantry to retake the point. Very nice job there. Jackson as well, covering in case the Panther does charge. My cat is going through the blinds, which is why suddenly I'm filled with light. Cat, you want to go through at a faster pace? It's fine, you can go through. Okay, there we go. Thank you, Cat. Thanks for the increased light. Anyway, on the left, I believe we have a Panther fighting. We do. Crippled engine because he got too close to the penals, and the IS-2 fires a shot right up its ass and kills the Panther. Willow is down to, yeah, pretty much no armor. He's going to lose his base, so he's essentially going to lose all of his buildings. He can still get Panzer Fusiliers and equip that with, let's say, additional, like, G40. Is G43s? I think, or Panzerschrecks. He could do that. Uwu's saying noobs. Darth Plebius still has his army. At least he's keeping that alive. All that Russian bias. Or if you say Russians are overpowered, he has penals, you have Obel Soldaten you could get. Willow leaves. The worst thing is that your trash built you the trash bit you play same pudding and think you're good. What? English! I feel like Samuel Jack should be here, like, English, motherfucker, do you speak it? Oh my god. I know he's angry in doing that, but No, it's not. They're not overpowered builds. He hasn't all penals. Good support, suppression, stuff like that would be great. Bet you've never played OST. You know, I've seen so many players say every single faction's overpowered, except for maybe the British. That's absolutely ridiculous that you're saying, well, it's just because the other player's overpowered. No, he's cycling his units a lot better than yours. He's actually covering his units, typically a lot better than yours. Like, why are you attacking? He has a Jackson right here. You have no support. Don't move up your armor. That's really stupid. Incredibly so. I love the AI coming over to support him. Jackson barely missing. Okay. Who was even saying he likes the worst faction in the game, theoretically, at least from my standards. But they are being buffed soon, so I'm happy about that. But in any case, additional Sherman. I love all these bulldozer Shermans just pushing over the hill. By the way, the one has 44 kills right now. Right now, I'm assuming they're trying to kill the Jackson. Not Jackson, the Panther. They have the Jackson. I'm uninstalling this trash. No, you just need to keep your stuff alive. That's all you need to do. I mean, like, if we want to go, like, overpowered, technically you rushed for a heavy tank, and that's what a lot of pro players are complaining about. The Shermans could be taken out if you just cripple them and fire from range with packs. You didn't do that. They just rushed up, killed your packs because you had nothing to stop them. You can't take it seriously. Again, we have a strike coming in to help with against the infantry. I'm assuming the Panzer Fusiliers. Let's see what also. You guys took forever to pick your doctrines. I don't think this was a good doctrine because you barely used anything on this. At most, you used spotting scope. I don't know why. Maybe it for additional recon, but you didn't stop the stew to fire the shot. You kept chasing. And they bug splat. Alright, cool. So, yeah, they both left. And, yeah. So, for those who don't know, thank you, Uwu, for submitting this replay. He got most kills, although, Megumimi got most damage. Very good job there. Darth Plebius got more damage on the allies, but that being said, once again, I'm going to assume that was his pack, and once again, I'm going to say his pack got 1 kill, and I think that was the first Jackson, if I recall correctly, which again, great, fantastic, but if we go over to Megami, we look at his armor, he never lost a Sherman. He fought a Tiger directly head-on, and somehow you jackasses lost. It was Vet 3 though, so it's pretty damn good. Yeah, he deployed 3 Shermans, lost 2 trucks, and lost 1 Jackson. So overall, very good preservation on the allied armor, which is something that typically I don't see. Usually the Axis armor is the one that gets out alive, but no. Also, you charged up a Jagdpanzer into the enemy base and the enemy lines with no support. Again, this is just it's funny how Darth Plebius was a doctrine with literally support abilities to help your units survive a lot longer, and yet none of them were used. Willow deployed a doctrine, and yes, he deployed Panzer Fusiliers and the Tiger. I don't know about if they upgrade with the Panzer Commander, but whatever. He didn't use smoke, at least as far as I could see, to save his Tiger. He didn't use infrared STGs or anything like that. You could have deployed smoke to save his men. He had a ton of munitions stored up. He could have deployed better infantry. He didn't have a lot of good frontline infantry. Yeah, you could say maybe Uwu spammed penals, but then you just spam, again, support equipment, stuff like that to stop that. You could use mines. There's a lot of different avenues you can take against large blobs. And again, especially with this doctrine, if you suppress them and then call it a Panzer Commander ability, you're fine. You held off no multiple assaults. You just needed better men. And I don't think holding on this hill waiting for all your men to die is a really smart move. Honestly, I think you should have just retreated. I think, like, you didn't need to hold on this hill because you lost men just being on this hill. You should have pulled back. But, yeah, really good game. I thoroughly enjoyed the IS-2, and especially this Sherman. This Sherman was my favorite unit in this game. Although the Panzer, I will say, Willow, your Panzer II was equally awesome. That thing rushing down to kill a Katusha, great. So good plays on Willow's part. I just think Darth Plebius was a little bit weaker than both these allied players combined. But yeah, this is a game where, again, rank doesn't matter. If you're a good player and you're good on skill, even if you pick a doctrine that, like, to be fair, I don't think mechanized is overpowered, but maybe I'm out of the loop on that. But I think it was a really good game. I just think that Darth Flevius needed to have better support and command structure, and Willow needed to get the fuck out of there and stop having his men die. That's at least the thing about Uwu. He's the Soviets, and if I double check on his KD, unless I'm mistaken, the Soviets had a positive KD. Like, when the Soviets have a positive KD, Germans, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something very wrong. But in any case, what do you think? Leave it down in the comments down below. And remember, guys, if you want to support the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe button. Check out my Patreon, get early access to videos, stuff like that. But otherwise, it's been Greyshot17. I'll see all of you next time. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot. Before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Patreon supporters Josh, Milam, Joey G240, Just Thomas Plays, Spartycus, Rifle, JrChicklis, Pyroshark, Ion, Ollie, Ace, GTA, and Jakub. Thank you all for your incredible support. This has been Greyshot17 and his amazing patrons, and I'll see you all next time.